You're about to open a window into the life of a ghost hunter. We'll show you dark, creepy roads that fade into the night. We'll show you haunted places, but most importantly, we'll show you what happens along the way there.
We're here once again at Scoot's Barbecue, and we've been here only once before. It was amazing when we came here, and we were amazed at how quickly the food came out. We hadn't even gotten our drinks yet when the food ended up coming out. So I think Chef is trying something a little bit different this time. I'm gonna get the same thing I had last time because it was pretty good. So, you know, if you find something you like, why change, right? But there's quite a few more people here than there was that time, and kind of a good little crowd, and so we're kind of excited about getting our food. Hopefully it won't take too long.
Now, coming in on the door, I saw bacon-wrapped smoked meatloaf, and they had it in a sandwich form with cheese and barbecue sauce, and I was determined to get that. But then I came in and I saw the smoked wings up on the board, and I remembered that last time we were looking up the reviews, people mentioned the smoked wings as being pretty amazing, so I'm looking forward to trying those. But we got a little bit of a weekend ahead of us here. What we're doing tonight is we're just kind of venturing out. We had an investigation scheduled. It was canceled. So we decided to go out to one of our favorite places, Malvern Hill, which is a battlefield. It's part of the 7 Days battle from the Civil War. And we love to drive up there. It's where we caught an interesting picture in the past by the cemetery. Perhaps a Sheetz in the near future tonight. And then tomorrow, I'm going to be on the road all the way out to the western part of the state to Richlands, Virginia, where they have some serious activity going on. And more to come on that, but Linda unfortunately won't be joining for that part. She'll be here for Mother's Day, celebrating, so we do want to take this opportunity. I know this video is posted after Mother's Day, but we do want to take the opportunity to say Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. Meanwhile, we're going to wait for these wings to come out, and pulled pork, and see what it looks like. So the food has arrived. I got a side of fried pickles, some fries, and here are the smoked buffalo wings. Look at those things. They do look pretty amazing. I wish they came in larger increments of 8 though.
So I got the pulled pork, same thing I got last time, and fried okra. But this time I went for the sweet potato fries because I really like sweet potatoes. So I'm kind of excited about those. Last time the pulled pork was amazing. And the barbecue sauce that they give you with it is amazing. It's got that nice smoky flavor to it, and it's just really, really good.
What's that, coleslaw on the side?
No, it's just a little thing of butter for my cornbread.
Oh, look at that barbecue sauce. That is some good stuff.
It
They
is.
have like a couple different kinds of barbecue sauce.
They do. They have a couple of different kinds, but the one that actually just comes with this is probably the one that I would want anyways. I like the Carolina style a lot on my pulled pork because I'm kind of a, Carolina style kind of girl. But this is really good.
Now, for the folks at home that don't know, what's the difference between Carolina style?
So Carolina style is really not like tomato based, like this kind of thing would be. It's more of a vinegar based, and it's got like spices and stuff down inside there, little peppers and stuff, so you can see all of it floating around in there, and you just get a better idea of what you got. But it is very vinegary. Some people don't care for it, but you know, I like all barbecue sauce really.
I like the vinegar base.
Oh, yeah.
Texas knows how to make some barbecue sauce.
Yeah, this is, I'd say, more of a Texas style kind of barbecue sauce that you would get. Just the flavor of it and everything is more of a Texas style, but love it.
Now you tried the okra. Is it as good as last time?
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. The breading, it's got really good flavor to it. The breading is not too incredibly crisp. It's just got a little bit of firmness to it, and it's just really, really good. Good flavor. Just enough salt without being overboard. Very good.
Okay, so I'm excited to tear in these wings. I'm going to open up with the rotisserie bite here. Here we go. That's a good chicken wing. Award winning.
Really?
I would say. I'd give them an award. So I gotta say, Scoots was good as always. Or at least as always so far. We've only been there twice. Those wings though, really good. They had a good smoked flavor to them. I almost didn't want to dip them in the blue cheese because the flavor was so good.
Oh yeah.
They were buffalo style. They offer buffalo style, but the buffalo sauce was very light, kind of a runny sauce. It wasn't like the thick coating buffalo sauce, which was fine with me for these wings because the wings themselves, the texture was good. They weren't hard by any means. They were juicy wings, a good size. And I was surprised because all I had to eat today was a donut and some crackers. And it's like 7:30 in the evening. These wings and the fried pickles filled me up.
Yeah.
They were pretty filling. Something about them.
Yeah, what I had was very filling as well. I had sweet potato fries, which are a little bit filling to begin with, but normally the barbecue isn't that incredibly filling. But this time I'm stuffed.
I noticed that last time though too when I came here. Like I didn't eat much that day. It's just a coincidence.
Yeah.
And
still got full.
Still got full pretty quick.
Yeah.
Good place though. Definitely recommend Scoots up here in Gloucester. So we're driving along on our way out to Malvern Hill. And there's already a low rolling fog coming across the road. Kind of setting the mood, huh?
Definitely.
Like a typical scary movie type ambience that we got here. But the road is closed, so we got to find a different way.
Yeah, I guess we got to go 10 miles up, it said?
10 miles? No, it was 1 mile. It's closed down this way 1 mile.
Okay.
So we got to find a different route.
Not sure how we're going to do that, but we'll have to GPS it.
But this area up here, when you get up into this part of Gloucester, I guess it's still considered Gloucester?
Yes, northern Gloucester County. Yeah.
Northern Gloucester County. There's a lot of abandoned houses along the road, very old structures. Love to get over and check out some of them.
I know.
If we ever got the opportunity, that would be pretty neat. Here we are at Malvern Hill. Well, almost at Malvern Hill. But for some reason, this stretch of road right here has an eerie feel to it. Does it not?
It does. I think it's called Charles City Road or Charles City Street. It's just something about this place, this section of road that I just do not like. It almost gives me that Crawford Road feeling, if you will.
Yeah.
Sort of that kind of, slink down in the seat. I don't know. I don't know what it is about this piece of road that just gives me the heebie-jeebies.
We're sitting here on the road that goes right through the battlefield, right through the middle of it. And it's pretty cool to sit here at night because it's the kind of road where there's never any cars coming along. As soon as I say that, someone's probably going to come up behind us.
Right.
But typically there's never any cars along this road.
Yeah.
And you can kind of stop. You can take pictures. You can listen.
Yeah.
Maybe if we pull up a little more, we can step out, kind of get a feel for the place, better feel for it.
Yeah, we certainly could.
But it's pretty cool. The camera won't pick it up, but there's just surrounding the battlefield, there's just the tree line. And you can see the silhouette of the trees backed by the white clouds on the night sky as it fades up into the darkness. And it's just a pretty cool sight. And it's hard to imagine when it's so peaceful right now, so quiet, so beautiful when you come up here during the day and at night. It's hard to imagine the battles that took place here on this field.
Yeah, it's a part
The
of
7
the
days battles. Yeah, so all the bloodshed, and we saw a picture that described it very well up at Chancellorsville, and I'm sure it would have been similar around here.
Yeah.
Where men were laying in the field, screaming out, moaning, horses stumbling around, and
Right.
the trees were on fire. And I'm sure the scene was similar here, as there was quite a raid that was going on.
Yes.
And I remember one time we got some pretty interesting results up here that said raid, horse,
Yes.
said the name of a general.
Yeah, it was a spirit box session that we ran here outside the
was that app?
cemetery. Oh, was it? An
Yeah,
app?
it was the, I forget what that app was.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's pull up here a little further and get a better vantage point. So 1 minute we're sitting out on the road there at Malvern Hill, and the next minute we're out of Sheetz.
Yeah.
How does that happen? Oh, we drove up the road a little bit, stopped in front of this old house. You couldn't see it on the camera. Took a couple pictures.
Yeah.
And the craving kind of hit, you know?
Yeah.
Through the darkness of the dreary battlefields, a red beacon seemed to call somewhere out in the night. So we followed it. And behold, there was a Sheetz here.
Yeah, we're lucky we found one close.
Yeah, we figured we'll come here, grab some coffee, let the night settle in a little more.
Yeah.
And then we want to go stop in front of the Glendale Cemetery.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, this Sheetz is actually just south of Richmond in an area called Chesterfield County, or Chester. And this is one of our favorite Sheetz, I have to say. It's at East 100 Road, and we like to come here. We come here quite often, actually.
Yeah.
It's about the closest one to our house that feels safe at night.
Yeah.
You know, you've got that one up in Tappahannock that's about equidistance from our house, but it's scary. It's like police rope around it all the time because there's crimes in there. You
Not
know?
like ghost scary.
Yeah, although it is haunted. That one is supposedly haunted.
Supposedly.
Yeah, but this one is not haunted, and
Yeah.
it's not scary.
Ooh, man, look at that. What are you going for there?
I'm going for a cappuccino.
A cappuccino. Is that spelled right? Is it
No,
always cappuccino?
no, it's not.
Okay. Because I
It's
thought I
cap-
would have noticed that before.
Yeah, no, it's cappuccino.
There's an A in there somewhere, right?
Yeah, it's cappuccino. Yeah. But this is a butterscotch flavor, supposedly.
Ooh,
And what I'm
yeah.
going to do is I'm going to try it before I put the lid on. Because that way, if it's nasty, I can just dump it out and get something else.
That's true.
Yeah. So.
You got to try it with your mask on.
Oh, that's
Filters
good.
it a little better.
Oh, that's really good. Hell yeah. Need some whipped cream?
All right. So that's the butterscotch
Yeah, that's good.
cappuccino. So we're back in our spot that we were sitting in earlier across from the old house. And this is the house that I'm talking about. Look how eerie this place looks. Just sitting in the middle of this field. Shrouded in darkness. Nothing but the lights from our high beams grazing across the field. And the night's cleared up quite a bit. There's some stars out there. It was cloudy and rainy when we started out tonight. Now, were you ever able to find any information on this house?
I believe I did look it up and I found some information at one time, but I forget what exactly was said about it because it was a long time ago that I looked it up.
But it was here during the war. It
Yeah,
looks like it was.
I believe it was, yes.
So definitely a pre-Civil War era house.
Mm-hmm.
Sure looks like it.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that they're actually using the surrounding lands as farmland. I mean, you can see the crops
Yeah.
growing in the field
Yeah.
out there. You wouldn't really think of a historical place like, like National Park owned land being used for cornfield.
Right.
You know?
And the mailbox looks kind of new.
It does.
It's like a plastic Rubbermaid mailbox.
It definitely is, yeah. I wonder if they use it kind of as a I don't know, ranger station or something, you know.
I don't know, but to be able to spend a few hours in that house,
I know.
that would be something.
Yes, it would.
In certain areas, we still have the low rolling fog coming across the road. As we're heading through the woods down to the graveyard, the Glendale National Cemetery. And this place is always a treat. It is. It's the place where I believe if there is, well, let me rephrase that. We haven't really done much investigating in the battlefields themselves due to the restrictions. But the cemetery is one place that we've stopped in front of and kind of did a little bit of a stakeout at times. And it is a place where we picked up some activity, some possible responses, an interesting picture, like I mentioned before, which looks like a woman standing in the cemetery entranceway.
Yeah.
And on a night like tonight, where the fog is still settling, the temperature seems to be a good temperature, 49 degrees.
Yeah.
And it's almost summer. Isn't that something? I find, though, that the cooler weather seems to be more conducive to activity.
That's right. Maybe we can get another picture of her.
Maybe. So here we are, right outside the gates of the cemetery. Linda's taking a couple pictures here.
Yep, I'm pretty sure I'm taking them of the inside of the car by accident, though.
Yeah, that was definitely a forward-facing towards us.
Yep.
Now, is that taking them with the flash or no?
Yeah.
Now, one thing we got to keep in mind is you can see the fog rolling across the headlights.
Yeah. There's also a lot of bugs out here. So they tend to form those kind of translucent streaks that people see sometimes.
Right. Do you think that picture that we caught here could have been one of those streaks?
Nope.
I don't know. I kind of question that a little bit.
I don't question it at all. I've never in my life seen a bug fly straight up, for one thing. But also because this little pillar of fog that appeared in this picture had the bottom of her dress and some feet showing.
Could look like that.
You know, so to me, there's just no way. Like, it couldn't have just been happenstance that this bug happened to form the bottom of a dress.
You don't think it could possibly be matrixing?
I don't think so. I mean, we're usually pretty good at looking at things and deciding whether it's matrixing or not. You know, like you can look at a lot of different things and say, oh, well, that looks like a face in the window. But, you know, I mean, you learn to see what the difference is. I mean, you know, that picture of the Swan Tavern of that guy in broad daylight standing there in the window, I mean, that was obviously not matrixing. That was like there was a lot of detail to this guy's face, to his arm and the way his arm came down, and it looked like it was resting on a table or perhaps the windowsill. You know, that's not matrixing. But when things don't look quite right, like it's kind of looks like a face, but then it doesn't really look like a face, like that's matrixing, absolutely, you know.
Right.
But
right.
No, this pillar of fog just was too weird. Just too weird.
Yeah, and we can see the flag flying high above the cemetery.
The only thing illuminated out here.
Honoring all the fallen soldiers that are at rest here. Now, I have to ask, this is something we've brought up before at the pub table. Our graveyard's haunted. If graveyards aren't haunted, what about this woman that we saw standing here, or that allegedly came up in this photograph?
Well, you know, the land was originally the Glendale farm.
So you think she could have predated the cemetery?
Very, very well, yeah, very much so. Or
there were also women buried in the cemetery, though, weren't there? Like 2 women that were
buried here,
or
yeah,
maybe more than that.
But these places, these buildings that were built on the cemetery grounds, were often used as the caretaker's property.
Yeah.
The caretaker and his wife and his children would all live on the property. Now, you know, we know that homes, of course, are always haunted. Like, you always find somebody that really had a strong feeling about a home that they lived in, that they will come back and visit
Right.
after they've passed away. So it very well could be that this was the caretaker's wife.
It could be. A lot of times when the graveyards are haunted, it seems to be something that's not related to people that are buried there, but to
Right.
something that happened on the land or in the house, that the caretaker's house.
Yeah.
Now, another thing I have to point out, though, is graveyards are a place where people come to conduct black magic. Okay, and I've
That's
done a little
true.
bit of reading on that and what they do and such.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that happened here, but at various
No.
graveyards where this did happen, once again, who's to say what doorway that opened
Right, exactly.
in that graveyard, causing it to be haunted, not necessarily by the spirits of those who are buried there, but by something much darker.
Yes.
All right, so once again, it's the day after yesterday, and a beautiful day here in Yorktown. And before I was leaving, I thought about grabbing the umbrella, because every time we start out, it seems to be a beautiful day like this, and then about 3 hours into our journey, it starts pouring rain, and everything in the back of the truck gets all wet. But then I realized, okay, wait a minute, I don't have the truck, so it's probably not gonna rain. This time we're cramming everything into a Ford Fiesta, so this should be a good time. We got camping gear because we're going to be camping at the KOA out in Wytheville, and then we are heading all the way out to Richlands, Virginia for the investigation. So looking for some places to stop along the way, of course, perhaps a unique place to eat dinner. Man, so no luck with the dine-in. So the drive-thru surprisingly didn't take too long for how long the line was. All right, here we go. We got the drumsticks. Not looking too bad. Some mashed potatoes and coleslaw. So Emily, you got the home style,
I
or
got
did
the
you get the
Supreme.
Supreme?
The
So the
spicy
sign, I'm a little confused because the sign said no Supreme. Did it not?
No,
But
sir, no honey
They
mustard.
had no home style, but they did have Supreme.
Right, which is confusing.
And then the lady got mad because I was asking for regular chicken and not supreme.
So
Oh, rude.
you ended up getting the Supreme salad there, huh? Well,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, how is that? Is it? I imagine with the line, they're cooking it pretty fresh, huh?
Oh, yeah. I'm better some room temperature chicken.
Room temperature chicken.
So I'm gonna try for the rotisserie bite here.
Oh, that's a big right.
Put this on
Oh, yeah.
It's not just for wings. Some good chicken. So here's something to try. Mountain Dew Southern Shock. Only at Bojangles. Now, unfortunately, I didn't see the sign until after we ordered, and we're already standing out in the parking lot eating. Otherwise, I would have definitely tried that. But speaking of soda, I have heard word that Pepsi Blue is back out on the shelves. So one of our hidden missions during this journey is going to be to find some Pepsi Blue. It has an American flag on the label too, which I like. So we stopped here at this Pilot for a couple reasons. For one, we want to see if they have the chip. We're still looking, we haven't given up hope yet of actually finding that on the shelf somewhere. For two, I want to see if they have Pepsi Blue. And the third reason, if neither of those occur, then I haven't had a coffee yet today. And it's a little past 3 in the afternoon. So, one way or another, we're leaving here with something. Plethora of chips.
but I'm not seeing the chip. We got Doritos Flamin' Hot Nacho or Flamin' Hot Limon. Right? So we do have some hot chips. And there are the Taki flavored sunflower seeds. I think I'll have to get these because I've actually tried these and they're pretty good. So these are gonna have to go with me.
No luck?
No, you know, I saw a bunch of hot chips, right? A bunch of different spicy chips. Seems like Doritos doing the most with them.
I heard you say hot chips, so I thought you were saying.
Here comes the Pilot House Reserve. Oh, maybe. Oh, maybe. I don't know if that's a good thing. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Yeah, that's right. So we're driving along 81 South, and out in this area, we're not far from Natural Bridge where we were last week, which is a really cool area. And it just gets more mountainous the further you go. And from where we're sitting here, all you see is just mountains in front of you, right? So Will brought up an interesting question. He said, do you think that Bigfoot is possibly out there, right? What do you think, Will? What are your thoughts on Bigfoot?
I think he's out there.
You think so?
Yeah. So when people mention Bigfoot, they don't ever say Bigfoots, as in more than one. They just say Bigfoot. So I always thought it was just one Bigfoot. The question was, why does it travel everywhere?
Right. But it's more like a species of animal where there's a bunch of them, but not as many as there are of some other animals. And I wonder, would plural be big feet?
Where's Big Feet?
Yeah.
I think it's more of an insult.
But nonetheless, we were talking about it, and we mentioned finding four-leaf clovers. Now, I'm one that's never found one. But Emily, you claim to have found this elusive four-leaf clover, right?
They're just in the most random spots.
Yeah.
Like literally, there's like probably a field on this side of the road.
Yeah, that's a good point because there are a lot of people that have found them, and I've looked. I've always looked for four-leaf clovers, and I've ever seen like a clover patch and had time to stop. I don't just like randomly stop and look at clover patches, but if I happen to be near one for a period of time, I'll look in it, right?
Just stop and start digging on stuff.
Yeah, just stop and start looking around. If we see a patch on the side of the road, we just pull over and get out and look through it.
Yep, magnifying glass.
But like she mentioned, there's all these clovers on the side of the road, and the amount of four-leaf clovers that are there are probably very small compared to the amount of clovers as a whole, or clover. I don't know what's plural for that. Bigfoot's like the same way. You think about how extensive the mountains are just here in this one part of Virginia, and then you got mountains like this all over the world, and some that are much more vast than the mountains here in Virginia. And to be a person that has seen Bigfoot, the common person that may experience paranormal activity, may claim to have seen a ghost, is not going to be the same person that's seen Bigfoot. To encounter this creature, typically, now there have been some interesting occasions and different varying reports, but typically to encounter this creature in his habitat, you got to be out there in the middle of nowhere, in the mountains, or in the woods, right? Not everybody does that. I would say if you went into, let's take a city, you go into a city, near us, of course, Hampton Roads, very populated. And I would be willing to bet that if you surveyed everyone in that city, a lot of them have probably been camping, like at state parks and stuff like that. A lot of them probably haven't even been camping, have no desire to be camping. And then out of the people that are the outdoorsy type, probably only a fraction of them have ever been literally off the grid, right? Where you're out there in the mountains where you've walked miles from your vehicle, you don't have cell reception, you don't have anything. A fraction of the community has done that. And then out of the people that have done that, you have to be in the right place at the right time to encounter Bigfoot. So it seems like it's going to be a very slim chance, especially if this is a species that there's not a lot of them, right?
Yeah.
Now, I saw this video of this guy that claimed to have Bigfoot's head. Have you seen that video?
No.
We'll have to look that up. I'll have to show it to you later on if I can find it again. But this guy claims to have Bigfoot's head. I'll see if I can find the link. I'll post it down below here. But he claimed that no one will pay attention to him. Scientists won't come out there, you know? And you think about this, like if you did find Bigfoot and we brought him home, right? We wouldn't kill him. Probably couldn't kill him.
Yeah.
I mean, we probably couldn't with the firepower that we have and, you know.
Probably eat him. Probably eat the little bullets.
Yeah. But if let's say for some reason we come around a part of Bigfoot, not that I'd want to, you know, I'd want to see him in his habitat, maybe get a good picture of him.
Yeah, why would you want to kill Bigfoot?
I don't know.
He's known to help people. Why would you want to kill him?
He has been known to help
Because
people.
want him for themselves. That's why.
Right.
Want him for themselves.
People want some kind of trophy to be able to say, look, I went out and I killed this elusive creature.
Wouldn't that be kind of, borderline gay though? If you're a guy, you want another man for yourself.
Well, there are female Bigfoot, so.
Oh, really?
But I mean, there's a whole nother aspect of that if they're killing them and then wanting them for themselves, I
I mean, but they're
suppose.
not really humans, so it
So do you
can't
think
really be gay.
You think a human can reproduce with Bigfoot? Is that basically like humans?
Word on the street is that there are actually those romance novels about that type of thing, but I don't think so. I don't know enough about Bigfoot, but I would wonder, you know, I don't think anyone really knows enough about Bigfoot to be able to say for sure even his level of intelligence. You know, is this thing, because there are big animals that are dumb, you know, but from what we've seen, Bigfoot has a high, from the reports, he has a high level of intelligence, or at least a high level of instinct.
Like that, the story where somebody was hurt.
Yeah, and he peed in the circle around him. Yeah. So you take that, for example, and we don't know the level. Like, people have said when they see Bigfoot, when they look in his eyes, it's almost like looking at a human. Like there's a sense of presence there that's a higher level than just an animal would have. Not that animals aren't important and special, but, you know, they are animals. Bigfoot seemed to have something about him that was a little higher than that, according to the people that have seen him. So even the moral implications of killing him, it might be a lot more than just killing an animal, you know? But let's say you find Bigfoot, like this guy found his head, right? Let's say we're out there in the woods, we find a dead Bigfoot, and we're like, this is certainly Bigfoot. We get 10 people and load them up in the back of the truck and bring them back to the house. No one is going to come and look at that thing. Like, you could call up universities, you could call up professors, anthropologists, whatever the people are that study those types of things. You could call them up and say, look, I have a specimen of Bigfoot, could you come and check it out? They're probably going to laugh at you and hang up in real life. You know, you got to find the right person that's going to come out and do the DNA testing to prove that this is Bigfoot. Or you're going to have to get it done yourself. You're going to have to pay a lot of money, get the DNA done at a lab, and then get somebody to listen to it. But people are so quick to write it off that you probably get the phone hung up on you so many times, you know?
Yeah, I can see that.
And we could post a picture of it, and people are probably just going to be like, oh, yeah, that's made up, you
That would be
know?
a good movie, though. Trying to beg someone to believe me about finding Bigfoot.
That would be.
That would be a really good movie. I'd watch that.
That would be a good movie idea. Like, you actually find Bigfoot, and the whole movie is about you trying to get somebody out to come and believe this evidence, right? But another thing is, there is a conspiracy theory, which I don't feed into a lot of conspiracy theories, but I have to state them, that the government doesn't want people to know about Bigfoot.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why this would be. I guess maybe it could have something to do with, if people know that Bigfoot is out there, there may be some activists that would be against further development of certain lands and, you know, Bigfoot habitats and all this stuff. I don't know. Or it may be something that they want to keep, the level of intelligence that is about these creatures, the government wants to keep that fear out of the hearts of people. So there have been reports, though, where people have come back with substantial evidence and professors or the anthropology department, the government officials would show up, and the evidence would disappear. And apparently, now I haven't. This is something to look into a little bit. I have to look into, but from what I've been told, this happened on more than one occasion. Why do you think the government would want to cover up Bigfoot?
I don't know. I kind of think it's like aliens. They just don't want people to know.
That's a good point.
Once you start telling people stuff, they kind of go crazy.
And here's something deep, right? Mm-hmm. What if Bigfoot is extraterrestrial?
Yeah.
And maybe that's why they want him to disappear, right? Maybe he's one and the same.
I want to be surprised, though.
Yeah. But what would be crazy, right, is if Bigfoot was extraterrestrial and Bigfoot had a spirit, died, and his ghost haunted the woods. You would have the ghost of a Bigfoot that is an alien Bigfoot ghost. It's like 3 paranormal things in one.
Imagine going on that investigation.
Yeah, that'd be a crazy one.
That would be crazy.
But it's always something that piques the interest as we're traveling out here in the mountains. Could Bigfoot be out in these very mountains? Does he exist? A lot of reports. I've never seen him. Our last Bigfoot expedition got nixed, but we've got some more coming up this summer. So we'll keep looking.
Is this Natural Bridge?
Yeah. This is. I think this is it right here. So one thing that's interesting about this KOA is they have this family fun center here, and I saw they had like golf balls inside and stuff. So I guess they have mini golf. But we're driving back to go check out our campsite, which is a tent site this time. It's usually a tent site, come to think of it. But we get a look as we go around here at some of the swing sites, right? You come here and sleep on a swing, I guess. They have some cabins. Look at that. That's a kind of a little bit bigger than the cabin we had last time, it seems. And then there's a totem pole over here. Got to take a look at that totem pole. We got some more cabins up here in the woods too. Look at all the cabins. These are the smaller cabins. These are more like the ones that we stayed in last time. All right, so quite a bit of enmities here. We were down there at the camp office and we drove up here to find this little site on the corner, which is right here, and it's pretty nice. It's got a picnic table, it's got a fire pit, and looking around kind of. It's a little further out from some of the other sites, which is nice. We got some trees between us. Some of the KOAs I've been at, they have the campsites really close to each other, and they're not quite as bad here. Very nice setting, and there's some kind of trail that goes up into the woods there. And they give us this menu for the AOK Cafe, right?
A-OK or
The AOK Cafe, it's a real thing. They're open till 7. Right?
This is a real cabin.
They have pizza, wings, everything, you name it. So there it is.
I'm willing to give it a shot.
No.
That's a liberal camping.
Don't eat there for dinner?
That's like a liberal camping.
You're right. They probably take the chickens out here and kill them.
Do they have chickens on this one? I brought a lighter too.
I haven't seen them yet. And testing out the fire pit there.
Oh yeah.
Will did this all by himself. Pretty good fire you got going there, Will.
Fire.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, too bad we got to leave though.
I know, right?
Yeah, right. I just want to see what it.
We stopped off at this little rest stop somewhere in Virginia, and it looks like it might be circled where we are. Maybe it's right around here. I don't know. That's circled for some reason. I could assume that's where we are. Traveling from all the way over in this area. So we're almost clear across the state. which is pretty cool. But very nice rest stop here. Got the wood ceilings and the nice marble floors. Some visitor pamphlets. Vending machines. Pretty cool. And we are out here in the mountains, that's for sure. You can tell by looking around here. In fact, we drove through one on the way out here. That tunnel went right through a mountain. All right, so we're here in Richlands at the Italian Village. Now this place has some pretty good ratings on the website. One lady said her husband, like whenever she mentions this place, his eyes light up, and apparently it's the best place, according to her, on Google reviews in Richlands, Virginia. So let's get in here and check this place out. Will's gonna bareface it. All right, so what do we got here?
Fried pickles. They named them fried. They named them dill spears something.
Fried dill spears?
Yeah.
All right, give that a try there, Will.
That's hot. That's really hot.
Oh man, that's an obnoxious bite.
Oh, good.
That's me. So I got the hoagie special, or sub special. I don't remember what exactly was on it, but it's a lot of stuff. Right? And some fried green tomatoes.
Is that what that is?
That's what that is. What do you got over there, Mindy?
Chicken and dumplings
Chicken and dumplings. Oh man.
and
how is that?
mozzarella sticks.
Did you try it yet?
No, not yet.
Did you try the mozzarella sticks? So how those pickles treating you guys?
Good.
What else did you get?
I got a calzone, and we got some wings.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm interested to see how the wings turn out here. I'm probably gonna wish I got some myself, but
It's always vice
I
versa.
have a feeling you won't.
I guess
I'm
I'll.
really trying to see.
Money in it, I'd only put like $100.
So I'm gonna try to close this thing up here.
Don't put a
It's cut
lot.
nicely.
Even
Look
though
at
if you
that
put
thing.
$100 in, and if it went up 40 cents,
Take a
it'd be
little bite just to kind of get
probably
a sample.
make $1,000,
Oh man.
right? I think. Oh, jeez, you could.
How was it, Jeff?
And you know who Mark
So
Cuban
let's sample
is?
one of these
Yes, I
fried
know.
green tomatoes
Okay.
here.
He's,
Just kind of
he's promoting
dip
it
in the
too.
ranch. And every place has unique ranch sometimes.
This burger was.
That's a good tomato. It's like the breading, it's like crispy on the outside. You know, sometimes you get them in the breading soggy. No soggy breading here. And inside it's really kind of melt in your mouth type, soft and warm, I guess is the best explanation for it. What is that?
I don't know, man. It looks like chicken nuggets.
Man,
No, you don't.
got some sauce on them at least. It's like the thick sauce.
Yeah.
You like
Yeah,
rub
the
it in.
thick sauce
Do
is
you
good.
want a knife or something to like spread them on?
Oh man.
First Taco Bell, now hot wings.
So how are they temperature wise?
Oh, they feel alright. All right, ready?
1, 2, 3. Oh, that's an obnoxious
That's an obnoxious bite. Where's the bone
Look at that
gone?
heat.
There it is. Oh, wow. I'm impressed. So what's the verdict there, Will? Does it get a thumbs up or Let's start with sauce-wise. How's the flavor of the sauce?
Sauce is actually not that bad.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's not that bad. I probably won't buy them again though. I like my sauce. My wings tossed.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Tossing the sauce. Now what about the wings themselves?
Normal chicken wings.
Yeah.
Kind of got like a burnt taste on them. But I did ask for them well done.
Well done, yeah.
Okay.
I have a calzone,
Okay, let's take a look at this thing.
It's not bad. I've only put in 600.
some tomatoes, banana peppers.
I'm interested in that hole.
I think they rather one drugged me or two they're checking the temperature.
And Ethereum are the 2 other cryptos.
Wait,
I heard
on the edge of my
spiked
seat
the
here.
other day.
What?
Ethereum, I heard that spiked the other day.
Yeah, Ethereum.
Oh, there we go.
Up.
I should have got the calzone.
Like,
$319.
Does look pretty good. What else did you get in there?
Banana peppers, tomatoes,
And you can buy
mozzarella
pieces
cheese.
of that too. You don't have to buy it all.
Oh yeah, there we go.
I think I'm gonna give a test.
I did ask for the sauce,
Someone
but I
told
don't
me
see
to invest
any
in
in here.
Panasonic because they're about to start making
Pepperonis.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So is it
Knife
hot
sucks.
temperature wise? Are you getting ready to take an obnoxious bite of that or what?
It's only
I
like
am
$13
until I
last
can feel it
time
with my
I checked
finger.
it.
Really?
This knife is bent. It sucks.
Oh yeah, look at that thing.
Oh, that's really hot. Oh, the heat just hit me.
False alarm. Oh man, that is an obnoxious bite.
The heat is hot.
What about flavor wise?
I can barely taste anything that's so hot. Gotta check in like 5 minutes.
Are those wings getting better, Will?
You have like hot sauce and stuff over there.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Italian Village here in Richlands, Virginia.
More like the Italian hood.
Some decent food, but I gotta be honest, please don't take offense. Don't come to the border of West Virginia for Italian food. Go to northeastern Pennsylvania. That's where the Italian food is at. But this place was a good place. If you're here in Richlands, I don't know what to compare it to really. So look around. There's a McDonald's, but there might be some other places as well that might be worth checking out if we're ever back this way. But not a bad option.
So when you were young, did you were you sensitive like your daughter, or
I used
do you
to
think?
see things all the time. I used to see people all the time. You know, where you just kind of curl up under your bed and go,
Yeah.
don't go away.
And then you grew out, sort of
And then I
grew
grew out of it.
out of it, and she's
And
in
she's
that
now in it
period now, so she inherited.
now. And it's in my cousin's habit, you know, so it is in my family.
Okay. See, that was my question, because
Yeah.
When
So
something
it's-
passes by here, does it normally block out the light from that window?
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
what-
tall enough to block out that light?
Yeah, so I notice it. That,
Or it's coming down the stairs?
no, it passes that way, and it was enough to notice.
past the
Because
threshold.
normally I sit here, I would be sitting over on that side of the couch, where she is, and I'd be able to, and it would cross over, and I would see it block where the window is, so that would catch my eye.
Do you mind if I sit right there?
So does it seem that it's, do you normally have the light on that you have on right now?
Yeah, this is normally.
So does it seem like it seems like it's in that far room, right? Like where the
Yeah.
staircase is, not like in this closer room?
No, it's in the far room. Like I said, we literally just changed the furniture around. This light used to be sitting on that side of it.
Oh God, what was that? Oh,
That's
that's
my,
just this.
We're just reorganizing everything.
That scared me. Almost shut my
Now
mouth.
that we're reorganizing-
Yeah. I almost ran out the front door.
See ya.
I'd be watching TV and I'd see something out of the corner of my eye, and it's in that far room, and it's because you could kind of see some of the light coming from the front window, and it would kind of block it for a second. So
When you see her, do you hear anything from her? Does she make any noise? She's just totally silent.
Like when I hear her talk, or
No, when you see her moving around and hiding and stuff.
no. Sometimes I like just hear like a noise, like a weird, just like she's whispering to herself. Sometimes I hear that.
Okay. Do you ever hear her footsteps?
No, I don't hear footsteps.
My biggest question is, what is she hiding from? That's
Do you think she's scared of you?
I don't know.
what if
This is a theory. What if she doesn't want to be seen, but she wants to see you? Like, in a way of, like, protecting you.
I thought that she was protecting me at first, like, because she kept on telling me that something, something bad was going to happen, and she was here to help me. And, because she said that when William was little, she was the person that helped, get him to the edge of the pool. And, and then she just started to act really weird, so then I started to think that she was mean.
Do you remember any of that? Being in the pool?
No.
How old are you now?
So she helped him get to the edge of the pool?
I think so. I think he fell in the pool, and when I ran out there, he was clinging to the edge of the pool.
That was California, right?
That was in California.
And the lady in this house says she was the one that helped him do that?
But you also said
that's
that
what she said.
the way she describes him sounds like the lady,
That sounded like, yeah.
the bad one, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. She just seemed mean.
And spirits will disguise themselves to be helpful. Or to be...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, whatever they can do to build up some trust.
Yeah. Get you on their side. Not literally.
So
just
lately, you think she seemed more mean than nice?
So I don't talk to her that much anymore. She hasn't been talking to me anymore.
So just sitting here having some coffee.
We love closing with Trump things because people get offended when we close it.
Would you like us to leave? If you tell us to leave, we will leave. Did you ask anything?
So we're driving along the mountain roads here, weaving in and out of Virginia and West Virginia. And you can't see really beyond the glow of the headlights. It's very dark out here. But yet there's a beacon of yellow this time. And it's the Loves. And we're just talking about how nice it would be to get something to eat, how hungry we are. So here we are, stopping in at Loves out here in somewhere, Virginia. So I don't know, we got a 24-hour Arby's, but at the same time, we got all kinds of hot dogs and sausages. And there's things in the corn husks over there that the name seems to elude me for some reason. So I didn't find Pepsi Blue here at Love's, but I did find something pretty interesting. Big Red. And it's bottled under the authority of the Dr. Pepper 7-Up company. And I've never seen this before, but apparently it's been around since 1937. Have you seen
I
this
used to
before?
love drinking that. It tastes like, you've had cherry lime?
Cherry lime?
Cherry wine. It's like a soda.
Cherry wine, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like that.
That's what I say. I don't know.
I wonder if this is like, because I believe this is the same company that now has taken over making Cherokee Red. So I wonder if this tastes anything like Cherokee Red. I don't know. I'm eager to find out. What are we thinking here? Arby's?
No, I got some taquitos.
Taquitos! Look at those taquitos. Oh, they're in a bag.
Yeah, I put them in.
What about you, Will? Arby's?
Nah, man, I think that Italian place got me.
All right. Well, I think I'll get one of these sausages over here then. Or the other things that I forget what the name of them is. What's the name of the thing in the corn husk? Remember what they're called? Tamales. Tamales. A little chili and cheese on here, and a little bit of mustard. Now the reason it looks like that is because the chili and cheese came out kind of sporadic. I think it's made more so for the nachos. Not quite like the picture, but close. All right, let's take a little bite of this German sausage.
Oh, that's an obnoxious but
Got one of these too.
those are good. The buffalo chicken ones?
Yeah, with some Heinz honey mustard. How's that thing?
That's good. I got a steak one, a buffalo one, and some other kind.
That sounds like a good mix.
And come in the morning.
Can't wait to try this either. Some Big Red. Well, it started raining a little bit, but hopefully that's just on this mountain.
Yeah.
Because there's a bunch of different mountains. We drove through like 2 mountains, through them, literally, on the way here, so.
The cashier was saying that they gave her friend a $400 ticket for going 3 miles over the speed limit. 3 miles.
That doesn't sound right. That doesn't add up.
It's prom night tonight for some schools around here, so there's like a lot of state troopers out.
So was the ticket, there must have been something else on top of that though, right?
I don't know. But
Like maybe they were drunk driving or something?
I don't know. She said that she was fighting it because she's not about to pay that. I wouldn't pay that either.
No
That's
way.
ridiculous.
$400 for 3 miles over. Jeez. I didn't pay that much for going 20 miles
like,
over.
like a pound of
Not that
heroin
I
in the
did
trunk or
that.
something.
Yeah, it's got to be something else. There's more to the story. All right, so
Yeah.
Will, tell us a little bit about this fire making strategy here. All the folks are wondering for when they go out in the wilderness and have nothing really to start a fire with, what can they use?
Technically, I'm cheating this.
No, they can use some lighter fluid and some cardboard box.
I mean, I feel like you kind of just want to, you know, like. I feel like you kind of want to layer it.
Yeah, and you kind of let it soak in a little bit.
Yeah. Let that
Yep,
soak
the
a
trick
little
is to
bit.
let it soak into the wood. That way you get a nice slow burn when you light the fire. But yeah, so whenever you're going out into the wilderness, bring a cardboard box and some lighter fluid. And possibly, is that a plastic bag? No, that's not a plastic bag.
It's a plastic bag.
There we go. It started up pretty good.
That was good too.
All right, so this is why you want to stake your tent in. Because it got a little windy last night and I woke up with the tent kind of like this. Walls blowing in on me.
You know, it got windy, but I never felt nothing in my tent. I thought it was raining or something.
No, it was just windy. It was very windy. Yeah.
Like I heard it, but I couldn't feel it.
Not a drop of rain though. So overall, a nice temperature for sleeping, that's for sure. But and it's looking like it's going to be a nice day here as well today. You come out to Wytheville, it's always nice to have a 2-night trip at least, you know, because you go down and check out downtown Wytheville, the Main Street section, antique shops, stuff like that. But maybe next time. So right outside of the KOA here, there's a plethora of breakfast opportunities. They got a Circle K down there, which is a gas station. I'm sure they got some food. Then there's a Flying J over here. And in the Flying J is actually a Denny's if you're craving some breakfast or some. Denny's has some pretty good burgers and sizzling skillets. Or if you're looking for something a little quicker, there is Burger King. And I just saw these hand-breaded chicken sandwiches. Look at the Spicy Classic. That actually looks pretty good.
And I had that, and Will had that when we went to the last investigation.
How was it?
The last camp. It was okay.
Okay. Not as good as like the McDonald's one?
No.
I don't know. I wonder if these people serve breakfast all day. I'll have to find out. So Burger King didn't have all-day breakfast, so we came across the street because this pilot has an Arby's, Dairy Queen, Dunkin' Donuts, and something called PJ Fresh. So, using the 2020 key, we're gonna go in there and check it out. Wow, so there's the Dairy Queen. They have the smoothies you're looking for? Awesome. And a plethora of shirts and some snacks. Unicorn Bear souvenirs. And there's the Dunkin' Donut Express. And they got quite a variety of pizzas here. Look at that buffalo chicken pizza. That might make a good breakfast. I'm not sure you're going to believe what I got at the pilot. Okay? Here it is, the unveiling. A meatloaf dinner with some mashed potatoes and gravy, green beans, and a biscuit.
Oh man, you gotta tell me how that is though. It might be good.
Yeah, and like I saw it and I couldn't resist. They also had a buffalo chicken pizza. It had like the buffalo chicken sauce on it.
I saw they had some good looking wings in there. I wish I was hungry right now.
Yeah, the wings look pretty good too. I think I've had their wings before. They're not bad. It depends on when you get them though. So let's go ahead and give this meatloaf a try. Okay, so first we're gonna start carving in the meatloaf here, and you can kind of see that, yeah, the fork goes right through it like butter. Look at that, almost. There it is, pilot meatloaf.
I haven't had meatloaf in years.
Mmm,
It's good.
that's some good meatloaf. It's all right.
Says it right.
It's all right.
The sauce looks good.
The sauce is good. The sauce is better than the meatloaf.
That's typically how it always is. Well, for me, I never really liked meatloaf.
I saw Scoots. They had bacon wrapped meatloaf.
That might be good.
Yeah, and I wanted to try it.
Greasy though.
It might be. But then I saw the wings.
Scoots?
Yeah, and I was like, I remember the lady said they were really good on the review, so I had to try them.
Scoots barbecue. That's that place we went to not too long ago, right?
Mmm. The biscuit's good though.
That's good.
Oh yeah.
Is it dry?
No.
So it's not Popeye?
Mm-mm. It's actually kind of like light and fluffy. You know, a little crispy on the outside. So we stopped here at the Buchanan Quick Stop to try to use the bathroom, but there's no locks on the stall, the one stall that they had. But I did find something interesting in there, a Pepsi Mango, which I'd never seen before. I'm gonna go ahead and try it. Still haven't found the Pepsi Blue. But this was $1.89, and I bought it with a card. Well, did you get anything while you were in there?
I tried to buy some chips that equal to $1, and she said these are $3 minimum. Fried pork rinds, but they're like flaming hot.
Flaming hot pork rinds. It looks like the flaming hot logo that's on like the Cheetos. Is it the same company?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Is it?
Yeah, you know they came out with, or at least I've seen freezing cold Geos. Have you seen those?
What are they like? Is it a flavor? Or?
I don't think it's real, but I don't know. I've seen people saying they tried it.
So how'd you get those things though?
I went in there angry and I said, that guy brought his Coke, so what's the problem? And he was like, just get what you want. Makes it being a racist, probably.
Yeah, it sounds like it. But I see this this house down here, and it looks kind of like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house. And I really want to go in it. But there's a car parked out back of it. I don't know if it's abandoned or not.
You can go look at it.
Okay, so we stopped off at this old house, Texas Chainsaw Massacre looking place, just to kind of get a look at it.
John's the farmer gonna come out the blue.
Yeah, there's a road that goes up there to an old shed and another. Huh?
Oh, the back door's open.
Back door's open.
That's a good sign.
Watch out for danger needles.
Yeah.
So 900 miles.
Yeah, look at this place, huh? Man, that's pretty cool.
This would be a nice house, though.
What's the address of this place?
I don't know. If we look up the Buchanan Quick Stop, we can find it across the street from it.
You wouldn't want to ask, I thought it was for sale.
So this house right here is built in the 1800s. It's a single family home. Heating, none. cooling, none. Parking, 0. The lot is 309.6 acres.
Wow.
4 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. That sucks. Hardwood flooring. Livable area is 744 square feet. So I'm guessing that's the first part of the house right here.
Yeah, I guess so. But I'll say, like, with 300 and some acres, you only need one bathroom.
The roof is metal. So that's not too good.
Will's going up here to take a look in the window.
The price is $1.1
Nice house, man. Got a jacuzzi in it and everything.
million.
$1.1 million.
Well, the tax is assessed, so I'm guessing that's around that.
That's with the. That's got to be with the.
Yeah, it was sold in 2017 for
$1.2 million.
And didn't do shit with it?
Well, there's 300 and some acres. That's probably why it's so much. Yeah, you see the old kitchen cabinets in there and stuff. This looks like it was the kitchen or where they cleaned the bodies. You know?
Yep. Bet you got a basement too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, up in this area it might very well. But pretty cool place. Watch out for them danger noodles. Well, we made it back to Yorktown after another eventful weekend in the life of a ghost hunter. And I want to thank you all for joining us. It's been quite a weekend, from the fog-shrouded fields of Malvern Hill to the windy mountain roads of Richlands. We traveled clear across the state and back, and every mile of the journey was a good one. Until next time, I'm Jeff, and thank you all for watching.